All right,
Hello and welcome.
I'm the Destroyer, Simon, off the Widescreen Gaming Forum,
I'm Chris, also known as Peanut, Widescreen Gaming Forum as well.
and this is WSGF News, a new weekly video
Yeah.
podcast, kind of going through news going on with the Widescreen Gaming Forum, what's being talked about on the WSGF,
Latest games and everything you guys care about.
and even some outside WSGF news.
Yeah.
Gaming news. With widescreen and multi-monitor screen gaming in mind.
Absolutely. And so our first articles we're going to talk about on our first video. So the first thing, big video is our first big game is Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall is still in beta, I believe, right?
Right.
And you've had more experience than me because some better is more than none.
Right.
I'm a horrible person.
So the state of Titanfall is pretty good. The multi-mon support out of the box in the beta worked well. It was a little bit zoomed in, vert minus, so you lost some HUD elements like your health and stuff. But overall, pretty pleasant experience, worked well. Pretty happy with it. The other games, and by the way, this can all be found on the front page of the Widescreen Gaming Forum, all these game lists we're going through here. Skid did a review on Thief.
Yeah, and he'd mentioned some stuff on SLI Crossfire versus non-SLI Crossfire. I think he was saying that there's Thief looks great in multi-mon on both on the AMD and NVIDIA side.
Right.
But when it comes to multi-card using with the Crossfire SLI, he's saying there's no profiles for it, and it's not as efficient.
Sure.
Yeah, displaying.
And that's kind of to be expected.
Yeah, especially with a new game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully some of those patches will come out. If you're interested, like we said, all these articles we're talking about are on the WSGF. Check out his multi-mon experience video. I think it's really like best word I can come up.
If you have multi-monitors, make it full. Go visit the video, put it on full screen, and just enjoy. It's basically like playing the game yourself on multi-monitors. So the next one we have is Batman.
Batman. So they dropped Batman Arkham City, and I don't know how excited I can be about this because I'm super excited, or how much more excited I can be about it because those Arkham games, those things have been money.
Yeah, they have made a lot of money.
So they dropped the Arkham City video. The rumor I've been reading around the web is the Batmobile is going to be drivable. I don't know if that's been confirmed or anything like that.
Batmobile.
I'm excited. That beefy Arkham Batmobile. But it's going to be the first Batman without Joker.
Mark Hamill.
Without Mark Hamill Joker. So we'll see how that goes. It should be, I have all faith in this game. I don't pre-order anything, but once I get a chance to pre-order, I'm dropping
doing
money.
It? Yeah, I think I will too.
We're back to Rocksteady doing it. They were the people who did the first two Arkham games, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. If you remember, Arkham Origins, the prequel, was done by in-house by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So Rocksteady's back. We're thinking back earlier. I think it had really good multi-mon support. I know we looked at Arkham Origins and it was native.
According to the site, I think right here I'm looking at the site. The Arkham Origins actually is totally 100% supported. No hacks, no tools, no nothing. So if you're interested in playing Batman Arkham Origins, pop it in, set multi-monitor, and you're done. That's it.
And I was thinking back, and we haven't looked it up, but I think at least Arkham City had some pretty decent multi-mon support. I don't remember getting angry playing that game. So if I'm not getting angry, that means we're
not getting angry.
It's good.
You're good.
Yeah. So yeah, super stoked about this Arkham City. So hopefully, it's supposed to drop the end of this year or sometime this year. I'm assuming just the end of this year, maybe around Christmas time, because that's perfect time to release a game. So hopefully you'll keep your eye on that. Check out the trailer. and get ready to play some Batman.
Yeah, I'm actually, so you guys have probably seen in the background here, I'm playing a little bit of South Park, which is another game actually on the widescreen gaming
Yeah,
forum.
and it just came out, correct?
Right, just came out, and the funny thing is on the forums, if you guys go check this out, there is screenshots showing South Park in multi-mon support. And Hayden, one of our most well-known community members.
Flawless widescreen.
Flawless widescreen, which is a tool that you can use to get a lot of your games working. Actually, he got it working, and but it cuts off some of the edges because the game just kind of isn't meant to be rendered.
Yeah, it's like pushing outside of the map.
Right.
Or when you get to a corner with multi-mon, you can see outside the boundaries. Or I think the first Payday had that issue where it's just like floating.
Yeah,
masks.
it's kind of just, you're seeing what the game developers didn't intend for you to see. It was designed for, widescreen or letterbox, and then you're just doing this ultra wide, and the game engine will just go with it, but then eventually at some point it cuts it off.
Yeah.
It says, hey,
so
you're going too far for me.
The thought and I guess kind of a underlying question is, do we really need multi-mon support for every game? And I know Gasp, WSGF saying something like that.
That's a good segue, right?
But first of all, we're not saying stop harassing. That's what we're here for. We'll just put Hayden back to work. But
yeah, we're not trying to put anyone out of business. We're not trying to say don't visit the site.
Yeah.
But there are some games, quite honestly, that you have to really ask yourself, do I need to play this in multi-mon? Right? Is it important for me to play this multi-mon?
And in the case of Stick of Truth, I mean, are we really gaining more information by having the past edges of the screen?
And that brings up an interesting point, right? So you talk about, the biggest appeal of multi-mon is immersion, and well, for me at least, and for a lot of people you talk to on the forums, and a game like South Park, it's hard to get immersed in South Park because it's just a cartoon game, and it's 2D, it's not 3D. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the key elements of playing on multi-mon is being immersed and having that 3D environment around you.
So simulators and FPSs.
Yeah, flight simulators.
That's where we really want that sort of immersion.
Sure.
Something like Stick of Truth, which is more of along the lines of the casual gaming.
Yeah, and it's got a very console feel to it. It works with the Xbox controller. The menus are very console oriented. So it's got a very console feel, which is fine because it still runs great on PC. But me personally, I prefer to just throw it up on my TV and then just plug in an Xbox controller and I'm good to go. So
I guess more of the philosophical question, do we always need multi-mon support?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think it just depends on, what kind of game do you want to play?
Yeah, and right? some people may disagree. It's like, no, I want one. And, we spend all this money on this equipment. So
sure. And
there's that understanding. So it's more of I guess kind of an internal question. Do I always need this? So
yeah, it's the everlasting debate. Do I need to use all my expensive hardware? Or you feel like it's wasted? At least I do. That's me personally.
So we had one of our members from across the sea, from across the pond, or the other pond, the left pond, come visit us. Aussie Timmy was in town.
Yes.
And we did take him around town. We showed him some stuff, and we got to try kangaroo jerky. That was interesting.
That was interesting.
It had a little bounce to it, But we ended up doing a video which should, in the near future, be up on the site. And we're talking about our experience with a 4K monitor. We got to mess around with a new 4K monitor.
That was really cool.
That new Dell one. Long story short, it looks pretty. It looks gorgeous.
I thought it was amazing.
It was amazing picture. Personally, I don't know if we're ready for it, gaming card wise.
I mean, driving one 4K monitor. Skip was running a R9 290.
Yeah, not the R9 290.
Not the X, but just the R9 290, and his card was still struggling on one monitor to keep up a decent frame rate. 60 frames a second or 30 frames a second. The monitor we were using was only a 30 hertz monitor, so it would only do 30 FPS. But still, even then, when we turned off VSync, it was still struggling to keep up.
There's some tearing. It looks great, and you'll see the video. A lot of the issues is can the cards and the hardware keep up with the monitor technology, and then gaming wise, can they not only keep up with what's coming out, but are they prepared future proof wise? And you'll notice I kind of feel bad because I kind of railed on them a little bit, but Unknown Worlds, who the publishers, the indie group that made one of my favorite games, Natural Selection 2.
Go
NS2. But I kind of feel bad. I kind of railed on them, but it's not their fault because we're not ready, or we don't know what's coming out in the future, so we can't future-proof. We're going to have holograms next week.
Yeah, and so we'll see more in the video. I don't want to go into it too much, but essentially it's the argument of, Tim had one kind of game where he ran it 4K at 30 frames a second, and then 1080p at 60 frames a second. I played Battlefield 4, same kind of test. You played Natural Selection, same kind of test. And we all basically go through our various opinions. And, the basic summary of it is that if you're playing a game that doesn't require, twitch shooting like Battlefield, you're going to want the frame rate. Yeah. That's going to be where you want your heavy lifting. You're going to sacrifice quality for frame rate. If you're playing a game like a racing game or some other kind of game that Tim was playing was Dirt Showdown. He preferred more about the 30 frames, but the higher resolution, the graphics. And then the other, totally kind of separate argument or separate topic was what you did with NS2, which is about, HUD sizing and, when the game developer creates their game, and they do the elements, the sprites and the HUD elements, they do them a percentage based off a percentage, and on 4K, of course, it's 4 times as big as 1080p, so it shrinks down to 4 times smaller than...
like something like, Right. Would it be a fourth? I don't know my math.
A fourth, yeah. It would be way smaller, and unfortunately, a lot of these elements are not ready yet. They're not resizable. You can't really do anything, so a lot of these games just become plain unplayable.
And we're getting to a point where, we don't know what the average consumer has as the machine. We have sitting here, we've got our big screen right here. We've got a triple wide over here. We've got the Oculus Rift sitting over there.
Yeah, and 1440p. Sorry, I had to plug
1440p monitor.
A Korean monitor.
So there's such a widespread thing. We're not really stuck in a pixel sizing world anymore.
Yeah,
it's got to be. We got to be in a place where we're doing percentage wise, because you versus me are going to have different things. Even though I have triple wide, my monitors are only 1440 by 900 each.
Right.
So it's even different than what you have here.
Yeah, I feel sorry for these guys as game developers, because it's pretty rough to code your game to work with every single configuration. You've got to really.
It's like stepping on eggshells.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was pretty. The monitor is pretty.
It was great.
You go over that first. If you ever played the single player on Battlefield 4, you go over that first hill and there's all those birds. That was gorgeous.
The next big thing, same visit, Skip gave me a not a SteamBox, but he gave me a small mini HT PC, which I turned into a SteamBox. And I've been using that recently to stream some games from my living room to my bedroom. And I found that surprisingly, even with a onboard graphics card, 720p streaming over Wi-Fi, I was actually using Wi-Fi, not just Ethernet, works pretty well. And once I put in a discrete graphics card, NVIDIA based for now, I was able to do 1080p streaming.
Yeah.
It really, really good frame rates and no input lag. So I was really impressed with it. Of course, if you run SteamOS, there's a limited game selection because it's Linux and not all games are supported yet. But I'm really impressed with it. Expect a video here soon related.
You'll be doing benchmarking, right?
Right, between AMD and NVIDIA on the SteamBox streaming. So, like I said, look for that. I'm pretty excited about it. It kind of bridges the gap between console and traditional PC gaming.
For those people that want to I want to do PC gaming. I want to get those better deals with the Humble Bundle or something like that. It is a very good bridge to the PC gaming world.
And you could probably even get away with building one that's extra powerful and just using that as your main system. Maybe install Windows on it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience. And again, Skip, if you're watching, thanks for letting me play with it. So now we're gonna, I guess, switch gears a little bit.
So we're thinking about doing a kind of a top 5 battle stations of the week.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with Reddit, the top 5 battle stations on Reddit from the subreddit Battlestations. And the first one we have, and we'll put up here on the screen for you guys, is the Workbench Battle Station, which I think looks pretty cool. I don't know why you would want your computer and your tool shed, but
my thinking
that's
on
cool.
It is he may work on computers. Look at the bottom there. There's a bunch of different rigs.
I guess
so
that's
probably
true.
like a computer building rig.
This looks like a computer shop. Yeah,
a computer shop. Yeah. So it's
cool.
literal workshop. It's a literal battle station. It's a station for building.
I guess that qualifies as a battle station. Now the next one is titled "Did I Do Good?" Which is that proper English? I'm not an English teacher.
I don't.
Isn't it well?
I don't English well. I tuba well.
Oh right.
And I one-man army well.
So this looks good. This looks really clean actually.
That's kind of sick.
He's got looks like a triple wide. His rig's to the far right. See-through case. Got some.
You gotta have
some lights, and we'll throw all this up there for you guys so you can see. This looks really good.
It's a nice rig. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing fancy.
Is that a widescreen gaming stand? That looks like the base.
Is that? So it's definitely an Ergotech stand. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely an Ergotech. If you have triple monitors and you don't have a stand, check out the forums. Great stands. Simon says, do it. All right, so the next one is my minimal spacious coding station, and I guess this he's you can tell his monitor. He's got the one little. Is that an arm holding that?
Yeah, it looks like
Let me click on this thing here. This looks pretty cool. It's got a pull-out keyboard. And just basically like a one arm for holding the monitor itself.
It looks like everything's like built into the desk.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's clean. I mean, I like that.
A lot of desk space. I like that definitely.
That's the thing with me right now, especially with all those monitors. Like, not a lot of desk space.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges.
I miss that.
Having lots of desk space when you have 3 or more screens. All right, so the next one is what was the caption on this? My latest attempt. So this looks pretty cool.
3 screens.
3 screens. He's got to kind of lift it up. He's got the mouse and the keyboard with the things.
That's a good solution. For multi-monitor. Yeah. You have a lift on it because you get the space. Plus you're bringing it up to eye level. I think that's the one thing we got to worry about. If you're not putting it at the right spot, you're gonna get that back problem.
Yeah, and it kills the immersion a little bit for me
definitely.
too.
Especially if you're you're hunched over.
Yeah. Again though, no stand. Go check out a stand because trust me, it will change your life.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not using a stand right now, but QuakeCon a couple years ago, I used the WSGF stand, and it is a nice stand. It's on my to buy list.
So this next one here is what is this? Let me go back one. Oops. This is my new. This says my new coding station. Yeah. So this is late 2013 Mac Pro. So you must have with a little trash can. This thing looks decked out. I can't. Oh,
2 with the third.
2 with the third. He's got a TV in the upper right-hand corner. That's pretty cool. I like the old vintage globe.
Dude, yeah,
pretty
it's,
cool.
it's a style thing, you know.
Yeah.
I've actually got I think I got a globe on my desk. I've got it next to my Deadpool bobblehead.
Do you like stroke your chin?
I do.
And ponder
I
the
do.
world.
Yes. See.
Yeah, so these are all cool rigs. Anyone, feel free to submit your own links for next week's video. We'd be glad to check them out, review them, give our thoughts. We may even, change up the format for now.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So anything you want to see us do, anything you'd like to see,
Yep.
anything you think we'd do better, hit us up on Twitter. We're at WSGF. I'll be messing with that all this week. Kind of get more updates, pushes out towards everyone.
You guys can reach me. I also have my own separate Twitter at Computer Lasco. I post widescreen gaming forum stuff all the time, as well as some miscellaneous technology related things. If you want to follow me, go ahead.
If you want to catch me, I'm right now at The Destroyer FTW. I may change that soon though. I think it's going to be it's going to be The Destroyer WSGF.
That's cool.
I think I need to make that push. But for right now, it's at The Destroyer FTW.
Yeah, guys, so we're going to leave all the links, everything we talked about, in the description of this video. You can find, there at the bottom.
It's on the bottom now, right, on YouTube.
Right.
I remember it was on the side.
It moves all around.
Yeah, they just put it everywhere.
You can find the Widescreen Gaming Forum. You can find all the forum posts. If you're thinking about getting into multi-monitor setups, there's a lot of valuable information. We'd like to see, your pictures of your rigs that you have, thoughts about the cast here. This is our first show, but we're looking to hopefully do these once a week. Does it need to be shorter? Does it need to be longer? What topics do you guys want to talk about? We're here for the audience. We're just doing this for you guys.
Yeah. So like I said, hit us up on the forums. Hit us on IRC. I think our server is irc.wsgf.org. If I'm wrong, we'll type it down here.
Old school IRC.
And pound hashtag WSGF.
Yeah. Just let us know,
catch us
guys.
in there. And then, like I said, Twitter. We have a Facebook. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably /WSGF.
Yeah.
We have a MySpace, a Friendster. Did anyone do
Zanga.
Zanga?
Oh
man.
gosh.
Did anyone back up there? I hope you're back to Zanga. But so we'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys, and keep it locked here.